Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audiblepodcast.com/Sorgatron Media. Over 75,000 titles to choose from for your iPod, iPhone, or MP3 player.
I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said now. I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said.
Hey guys, it's the AwesomeCast. We are back again. I'm your host, Sorg. I'm Sorg. I do Sorg things. Rob De La Creta is off on, well, it says here he had Mexican for lunch. So that's what we're blaming it on.
We'll go with that.
So, but still with me, of course, is Chachi on the boards.
Hey guys.
It's not really more of a board. It's more, I mean, you got a keyboard.
I have everything.
You got everything. Okay.
Status set 2 pants on?
Yeah, no. Half pants. I'm wearing shorts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I accept because I'm here with you.
Right.
So
Right.
you can do that. Hi.
You know, there was a comment the other day that the recent episode Fun Sun came up, and there was a mention that the Mikey and Big Bob is the first time having their just being in their underwear or pants off or something like that. I was like, that's not true, because you don't know that we're wearing pants on this show, especially in that position.
Right.
So
You are correct, sir.
yes. So there's that. As you heard already on the count is AJ.
I am wearing shorts. I'm wearing pants because I'm ashamed of myself. But hey, everybody, I'm talking some nerdy things today.
Yeah, getting geeky.
Yeah.
Woo! And on the line from wherever the hell he is today.
He's dancing.
Dancing Malengo. And that's why you need to watch the video version.
Yep. There you go.
Of Mangtunes.com, the wonderful copy. Crap, I forget the name. There's Mangtunes.com. That's all you need to know, and you can get the sweet cup there. You did get your
I know.
I was afraid you didn't get your cup from the Tuneseum when you left out the back door.
That's the only thing I wanted
Yeah?
from the Tuesday when I left.
Yes.
I'm going back to get a cape. I am.
Do it.
Excellent.
Well-
So how you doing, Malengo?
I'm good.
Excellent.
It's Tuesday.
How is the comic coming?
The comic would be doing better if I had a freaking website.
Whoa, what happened?
It's just the guy that's working on it's taking his good old time.
Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna have to strong arm him eventually. And what are you doing over there, Chachi?
Playing with the Minnie Mouse.
Playing with the Minnie Mouse. Show them that Minnie Mouse you got going on
That
there.
is tiny.
That I
It
fixed
is.
last week.
You fixed it last week.
I did.
Excellent. There you go. For people with the tiny hands.
Yes.
Tiny hands. Well, anyways, this is the show where we talk about tech, we talk about what's awesome, and we just geek out for an hour or so, basically. Now, do you want to start? Well, we have a few personal anecdotes tonight of the experiences with cell phones.
You want to go first?
No, I'm going to let you go first. You got beef.
He's got the rage. Well, we have a conversion with AJ.
No, it's not a conversion.
Conversion's a test.
No,
it's a test.
Okay, we have experiment here. Chachi's got some rage once again. I don't know, Malenga, do you have anything to contribute to this?
About what?
We'll just go into it. Yeah. Chachi, tell us what's going on.
Tell them why you're mad, son. Tell them why you're mad.
Now, you were so happy last week because you have Netflix on your phone.
Right.
You were watching The Wizard on the pooper.
I was.
It was fantastic.
Everything was...
You refused to get on my Wi-Fi.
By the way, do you now have like a weekly, you should have like a weekly recommendation of what's a good movie to watch while pooping?
I could probably start doing that.
I think you should.
I think that would be pretty awesome.
Because I think that's a solid service that you could do for the internet.
Right, so far,
solid.
Basketball. That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
The Sandlot 2.
Was that the one with the softball team?
No, see, it wasn't actually a softball team. They just had girls who played softball rather than baseball, but they switched the baseball in the movie.
Okay. Okay.
But I mean,
that I remember that one.
If you want to watch The Sandlot take place in the 70s instead of the 60s, watch Sandlot 2.
Yeah, see, that's the lame part.
I know.
The original Sandlot with Benny the Jet is still the amazing movie.
Right. But
it's a tale of triumph.
Yeah. that movie is good on the pooper because you pause it and you come back to it if you want to. It's not something that you have to sit the entire way through.
That's good.
So
That's-
like Lord
that's
of the
good.
Rings, bad pooper movie.
Right.
Especially the extended edition.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to. No, not three and a half. That's not a good movie to be chilling with.
Nor is The Dark Knight.
No,
No.
I find TV shows are the best.
because you could get like a solid halfway through a show.
There's an episode of
Unless you're
Roseanne.
taking like a real extended one.
Right. No, if you're taking a good poop, you can get through an episode of The League.
That's 21.
Yeah, exactly.
21, 22 minutes, something
Yeah.
like that. No.
That's good.
I'm saying my legs start going numb at 10. I'm just saying. These are personal anecdote time.
Right.
Let's just go clockwise.
Okay, so anyhow.
Rotate the sheets.
Rotate them.
So,
How does it work? It goes like this.
so because
I'm glad the camera wasn't on you for that.
Yeah, I'm really glad the camera wasn't on me because
so I have T-Mobile.
Yes.
I love T-Mobile.
You're rocking the G2.
Their
Pink tea.
Good stuff.
their customer service was fantastic.
Was.
And we'll get to that point also.
Oh, you about to be mad.
Oh, if T-Mobile were a dog, I would be bashing its nose with a newspaper. I'm just saying.
Bad dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to take it back to the old school examples of how to scorn your dog.
Are you going to rub its nose in something here?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But so up until recently, apparently, I've been under the impression that I had unlimited service.
Yes.
And I did. I had truly unlimited service because unlike most people, I read my contract.
Right.
I know the fine print.
Okay.
Well,
You read the iTunes terms of service.
no, I don't use iTunes.
Oh, nobody here gets that joke?
No.
All of you need to watch the iPad episode of South Park. Continue.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I never worried about connecting to wireless because I was never going to run out of data.
Right.
And you notice I'm speaking in a past tense.
Was.
What? Cue those kids.
So in this billing cycle, 13 days into this billing cycle, I've blown through 5 gigabytes of data.
And you didn't even have Netflix for the whole time.
I
either.
know.
Wow.
Bravo. You are a god among geeks.
Yes.
Not all the way, but sure.
5 gigabytes.
No, that's impressive.
5 gigabytes
That's
of data
impressive.
in 13 days. On my phone.
That's fair.
That is impressive.
It's oppressive, is what it is.
And I found out that I now have a limited data plan. Thanks to a nice text message that T-Mobile sent me, letting me know that I've used my 5 gigs of data for the month, and I will now be throttled.
To edge speeds.
I
Yes.
saw that the other day, and I was like, okay, I see what you're doing over there,
Wow.
Timo.
Right.
How's that pink chick in the commercial looking now? I'm on a sweet motorbike, but eventually it runs out of gas.
Yes. And so, because I've never had a problem with T-Mo's customer service. I call, I get answers, I get results.
Did you just adopt Timo off of you?
Yeah, I did. I like it.
mid-conversation.
I like it.
It's good in
yeah.
it's good in
Timo.
It
conversation.
works. It works. So I called them, and I got the dumbest person that works for T-Mobile.
Well, it turns out that his
Sorry.
name is Tim.
No, actually, her name was Angela.
Okay, well, I didn't want to be sexist to Angela.
But so not only did she fail to answer most of my questions,
Okay.
but she explained to me what throttling was 4 times during the 10-minute conversation.
That's awesome.
Nice.
After she got halfway through the spiel the first time, and I said, yeah, I know what throttling is. Can you answer my question now? My question was, at what point did you guys change my terms of service without telling me?
Which is a fair question.
Yes.
And her answer to you was, I don't know.
No, November 2010 was when they changed the terms of service.
I questioned
Yeah.
earlier. We were talking. I questioned. Does this coincide with his getting a new phone? Because sometimes they'll swap you up there. Like if
Yeah,
I go
they'll
away
sign
from an iPhone, I'm screwed. If I change my plan, I'm out of my unlimited that I'm grandfathered in ever since the Edge days. right?
I will throw this out there. Abby and I joined our contracts, and we still have the original unlimited plans.
Was that, yeah, well,
They let us bring the grandfather plan over.
okay. Now, did you grandfather that into your new, there?
Well, see, because I have a GSM phone, Verizon, I was able to just toss my SIM in.
Okay, and then,
Done.
we'll get to that here in a little bit, but back to you.
Yeah.
And so, after spending 10 minutes on the phone with Angela and finding out that throttling is when they slow down your connection speed.
Now, Chachi, I want to just ask you this. Now, throttling is where they slow down your internet speeds.
That is correct, sir. In case you're not aware, to
wait.
throttle someone is to slow down their internet speeds.
Oh,
Okay.
So if I'm getting this correctly, throttling is when you slow down someone's internet.
That's right. That's right.
connection.
Right.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
So wait, what? Yeah.
I want you
I think I got it now, guys.
you got it? Okay,
right.
good.
Sorg, do you get it?
I'm a little shaky on the concept, but continue anyways.
Okay.
All right.
It's when they slow down
Slow down.
your internet.
Like my
speed.
internet.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same internet.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
slower.
the same internet.
Slower.
Can you use the
Just
word in a different sentence?
Less of it. Yes. Use this as an example.
Okay. So I was trying to go to a website on Wikipedia for Shockwave from the original Transformers, and it was really slow because T-Mobile was throttling me inappropriately.
That makes sense.
I believe
But wait.
that's how you use that in a sentence. I don't know.
But if we're incorporating Transformers, then everybody would be screwed from the get-go.
Well, no. See, this was generation 1, so it was the 80s, so they said, wait a minute, he's clearly in conjunction with the 80s, let's slow him down. That's how this works.
So, all right, that was I never once asked her what throttling meant. All right, let me just throw that out there. Like, that was not one of the questions I called to get answered.
Okay.
Sir, now throttling means...
That was exactly it. I had 2 questions for this lady. 1, when did my contract change? And 2, if there was a unlimited plan that they could sell me.
And they said no.
They said no.
They said there was no way.
Right. That's exactly what they said.
You are in the upper percent that they say will never get to this point where they have to throttle them. That is the supposed problem to the internet.
You know what, Chachi?
You're the one that's ruining it for everybody else because you're the problem.
Yeah, Chachi, you, sir, are
Obscene
ruining-
finger.
No. I'm being T-Mobile here.
No, I'm
I'm playing T-Mobile
and I'm
advocate
playing
here.
AT&T. You, sir, are ruining the internet.
Yes.
All of it.
Yes,
For
you're
me
making it,
and this pink
you're
lady
making
over
it,
here.
You watching the league on the toilet on your 4G when you have perfectly good Wi-Fi. And let's teach you how to use Wi-Fi. By the way, here's a document
so
on
what
that
you
too.
do is you
This
swipe
is why
down
a
and you
good
press
idea for to
you press
use
the
your
antenna.
own internet for our phones instead of our internet that you're paying $30 a month for, because we're double dipping. So
Let's see here.
Yes.
Actually,
But-
Angela was wrong. It was October.
it was October.
Yes.
Yeah, sketchy at best. But and you're the reason because you're watching the league on the toilet that
I'm using what I
That-
pay for.
that I can't Twitter. Can't Twitter at an appropriate speed.
Sir,
a Twitter.
let me interrupt you.
Go ahead.
I-
Interrupt T-Mobile.
I am using what I pay for.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
let me help you out here. Let me help out. The Death Star will come to T-Mobile's aid here. We don't give a damn what you pay for.
it's
Our network. It's our network. By the way, ready? This is just me blurring out the obscene finger without Sork having to do anything for you.
Thank you. I
This is
appreciate
me.
that. No
This is
post.
just me. You don't even know what I'm doing right now. But this is AT&T giving you obscene gestures without Sork having to do anything.
All right, so that's my recent adventure. So every day I mark a red X on the calendar as a day that I get closer to having
Another notch on the bedpost
It's another day that I get closer
of
to
confinement.
being able to use my 4G.
Oh, by the way, customers can track their data usage through My T-Mobile, My Account, or the Sivver.
Oh, see, that's what you did wrong.
Yeah, you didn't look at the Sivver.
No, you didn't. You look at the Sivr?
Yes, I did.
SIVR.
I have it.
The majority of T-Mobile
It comes
customers should not be-
automatically.
Oh, so you were watching it and you're like, hey, look at how much you were monitoring your data for the bragging rights of how much data. How much did you want to try to use? What was your goal by the end of the month in your unlimited plan?
I didn't really have a goal. I was just racking it up.
Well then, sir,
Man.
you know what? T-Mobile could have came back like AT&T would have done and said, excuse me, good sir, I see that you've gone and overused your data. That'll be $1 bazillion.
That's true. That is
we
true.
have ads to pay for.
That is true.
No, but they could have. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
But it says unlimited in my account.
No, show them. Show them.
Show the internet,
The
not
people.
me. I'm
Yeah,
here.
we believe you. Even though I'm T-Mobile and you know.
Let's see. It's
His
blurry.
account number isn't in that, is it?
Yeah. No, it's loading it.
Chachi, what happened when you told them that it said unlimited on your account?
No.
No.
Here's how I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help T-Mobile explain this because apparently Angela wasn't capable of doing so. Chachi, you have unlimited data, but you are being throttled at 5 gigs. They are not charging you extra.
I know.
For
That's
overusing your data, which
That
is what
is true.
AT&T does because they give you unlimited is 5 gigs.
Right.
It's unlimited for AT&T has never been truly unlimited.
Yeah, it never has been. I was well aware that it's 5 gigs.
Welcome to
I was truly unlimited.
welcome to
You still are.
Yeah.
You're still unlimited.
You're not being
in the
charged for
amount.
it. This
That
is
is
happening.
that
You
is
are being-
questionable.
You are being limited in speed.
I am
There's a
paying
difference.
for unlimited 4G. I want 4G.
Here's the other
okay,
side
good.
of it. Here's the other side of it, sir. We set up a phone. I had an old AT&T Tilt. I gave my mother-in-law. We stuck her with like a 250. No, we stuck her with a small plan or something like that.
Right.
Went over it by accident, or I think she was off plan, and so they started charging per kilobyte,
And that goes quickly.
Or
Yes.
versus the Verizon MiFi we have, when it goes over at 2 gigabytes, they automatically add on another gigabyte for $15-$30, something like that.
That hurts.
So yeah, it adds.
no.
Yeah,
The
it hurts.
AT&T, it's per gig. It's per gig over. It's $10.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's actually not bad.
It doesn't sound terrible, and I
No.
haven't gotten close to beating up that data
No,
limit.
no,
I'm not
no.
trying to watch the league while crapping. So,
on cell towers.
on cell towers. For the love of God, I have
somebody.
Listen.
Yes.
Excuse me for wanting to use my phone.
Hey, use it on your Wi-Fi, and the episodes will get there faster.
That's right. Exactly. I don't care how good your 4G is. Wi-Fi still got to be better.
I'm sure it is.
Anyways,
Yeah, I would think so.
I was too lazy to connect it. I'm sorry.
Oh.
well, your laziness
Well-
got you an angry phone call with Angela, who had to explain things to you 4 times.
It wasn't an
So-
angry. No, it wasn't an angry phone call. I
No.
was nice to her. She was nice
You
to
were
me.
pretty
Okay, it got
angry
you
on
a
Twitter
phone call.
afterwards,
Right.
But
And you know what?
Hey.
Using the phone, the 4G, saves my battery life
That's fair.
because it's not always searching.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
not if you're sitting at home on a Wi-Fi.
Well, no, but if I
Oh, now we're backtracking.
no, we're not.
You did. You said, well, no.
If I'm at home connected to the Wi-Fi, it does not drain my battery.
Yeah.
But that just means me, the forgetful person who has to have other people put stuff on my calendar so I remember,
Ding.
has to remember to turn off his Wi-Fi when I leave my house, or else it's just going to be searching all day.
It's fair.
Oh, whatever.
I don't have that problem on my iPhone.
Yeah, that's also true. That is also
Not an
true.
issue. No.
Okay. Anyhow, that's my story.
Okay. Now you have an experiment here.
Yes, I am.
We delved into a little bit.
Yes,
Now you have been an iPhone user. You even had the iPhone 4.
I have the 3G. I had the 3GS, and I have the 4.
Okay.
I still actually have the 3.
Okay.
So here's this was my conundrum.
I'm working on it. Stop with the hand motions.
So my slight conundrum was I have the iPhone. I love the iPhone. I love iOS.
Yeah.
But I've always thought to myself, hey, Android looks cool. I'd like to do things.
You want
with
to tinker.
Android.
You're
I
a
want to
tinker.
play with it. I want
You're
to
a
try
tinker.
things.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find anybody to loan me an AT&T Android phone for
I offered you my G1.
I know, buddy, but I needed something modern.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Unfortunately, that's the only one I have laying around.
I know Verizon is what some would call careless with their loaners. I didn't use theirs because I wanted to keep my number. I wanted it to be a daily driver. I did not want it to be a third device. I wanted to literally put down my iPhone and pick up an Android device, and off I go. So I went to, I found that AT&T just last month was kind enough to release the LG Thrive, which is a prepaid device, a prepaid Android device.
Okay.
So there's no contract. I paid $150 out of pocket.
It's not bad for a no-contract phone.
For a no-contract phone.
Wow.
Right. Okay. And what's really funny is they do sell a postpaid or the regular contract version called the Phoenix. It's the exact same one, just a different color. And it's $100. But you have to sign up for a 2-year contract. Mm-hmm. So thanks, AT&T. So I bought this on Amazon, and it shipped out, and I shoved my SIM card into it, and I was immediately up and running. I have...
right, because you have a Gmail account.
I have a Gmail account, so I signed in with that, and it put my calendar, my contacts, my mail, my Google Reader account, and then I signed in on the Twitter account, and all of that was automatically syncing. It took 5 seconons.
Right.
That
it
is
was
nice.
Ridiculously quick.
I've heard about that. That sounds like a really fun. And now Chachi, you went from the G1 to the G2. Like that all just transferred over.
Yep.
Right
I signed in with my Gmail account. And it's like there you go.
Did it even down to the wallpaper?
No,
because I've heard about that.
No,
well, T-Mobile offers that as a service. To back up your phone.
Yeah,
but I never use it because
it might be certain.
I don't care.
It might be certain phones on other carriers too.
Right.
Because I think the example I was hearing was on Verizon. So
now one of the things that I really like specifically about this device is the fact that this is an LG device and LG doesn't skin anything. So this is stock Froyo.
Yeah.
This is straight up.
So that's like
regular Android,
almost to the point of Nexus.
Correct.
This
Nexus
is 1.
About as close to a Nexus as you can get without actually going and buying a Nexus device.
Okay.
Running AT&T 3G network. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all that other good stuff. And I am really, really liking it. But I can't compare the two devices on hardware for one very simple reason. The iPhone 4 has the greatest screen on any mobile device, hands down, and this doesn't.
Yeah.
So I have to remember, okay, I'm using a device that has not so much the great screen. It's not it's not a dual core Android device. It's quick. Don't get me wrong. This thing is quick as lightning, but it's not a.
But I'm curious how long it goes, using apps, etc. Because I mean, my take on Android is it's kind of PC like. The more you use, and really my iPhone's starting to look the same way.
Oh, and that
the more you use, it slows down. No. No.
Well,
I'm saying over time.
Well, this is one of the things that I've had to learn, and Chachi, you've made this point many a time on this show. Managing your applications as an iPhone user is a completely foreign subject for a mobile device.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Where, on an iPhone, you open an app, you close it, or you go back to the home screen, you are done.
Yep.
You do not need to worry about that app sucking down your battery life.
It's closed.
On here, not so much.
No, if you don't go in and close that and kill that app, it is still running.
And that is for somebody that's like, I just want a phone that makes calls and now I can get my email. That's kind of a hard concept to get.
Right. So there's a million. Are you going on the market to see how many task killer apps there are?
No, I was checking what tasks I have running still.
Okay.
Yeah, I kill quite a bit of mine. I keep only the very few going.
Right. I have Twitter and then all of Twitter, email, and all of the Android apps.
Yeah.
Like all the base stuff running.
Right, like the browser, text messaging, that sort of
stuff.
So, what's also really cool, and I don't know if the three of you have gotten this yet, I got a Google Music invite.
No, I didn't.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, it is rather slick. The Music Manager app, people need to find the code for that and copy it into their apps. It's that slick. It went into my iTunes and pulled up. I did this on not my regular machine. I did it on another laptop because I didn't have all my music on. I had some, and it pulled up all of my podcasts, all of my apps, or all of my regular music. Didn't pull playlists, which I wish it would have done, but it pulled up all my music, sorted it, and I really want to know how the music labels feel about this. When I was when it asked me, hey, here's your invite. It then asked me, hey, what kind of music do you like? We've got some sample tracks.
Oh.
And I got 20 free tracks. I got 2 tracks from Outkast. I got a Run DMC track. I picked hip hop. I got 2 Outkast tracks, Run DMC. I got a Lauryn Hill track, and I'm sure she is just thrilled about that. I'm trying to remember who else. I got Brother Ali in there, which was nice. And there's just a bunch of like random music that was thrown in there for free. That they asked me if I wanted, and I said yes. So I'm wondering how Google's working all that out with the labels. But the upload speeds were pretty quick. I uploaded like 86 songs in about, 10 minutes. And all of it went in, and it had all the track listings and my plays. My number of plays from iTunes went up with it, too.
Wow.
Which I thought was rather impressive. And it's a drag and drop interface on the web. You can pick it up and just slide it over, and you can make playlists, just drag and drop on the web. There's no, like, I have to select these and then click a box and it says, are you sure you want to? No, you can shift click, like, 12 songs and just drag them over onto a playlist, which I thought was really, really interesting that they're able to do that with HTML5 and all the other Google.
How's your playback quality in terms of like lag, since it is still going over the internet?
It does have to buffer, but it does a very good job of it. I was listening to the I Want Wrestling podcast today while I was doing cable work, and I was able to fast forward through it. And I was only on 3G, no wireless or anything like that, because I want to make sure that I'm using my AT&T contract. So it's been really, really, really good. I cannot hate on Android right now. I can't. I have no hate for Android anymore. Even the battery life, which a lot of iPhone users are like, I hope it goes like to the second day. Yeah, it does. If you manage your tasks properly,
Yep.
you can go just as long as an iPhone.
Right.
I charge it at night, and I charge it just as much as I charge my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Where I charge it at night, I unplug it in the morning, I use it during the day, I use it at night, and then I plug it in at night before I go to bed. The same way I used to do with my iPhone. No problems, no questions asked. The one thing, though, that the iPhone has that the Android devices all the way through do not have, except for the tablets, is that dock connector. And the dock connector is something that I've found to be this. It's so ubiquitous. Like everything has it. My car stereo has it.
Yeah.
I have a Bose sound dock in my apartment. I have this, I have that, and everything that I have has a dock connector.
Right.
I've got a million little iPod cords.
Mm-hmm.
And this has just, a little micro USB.
Now, I know I've had discussions with some other Android people, and they're like, I'm stuck with the radio, I'm stuck with my iPod, It's like, well, that phone does just as much as my iPhone. Why aren't you listening to your podcasts on it? Why aren't you streaming this? I mean, you have that ability. You're on T-Mobile. You have unlimited data. Why aren't you using it on your car ride? And it's just like, well, how am I going to connect it? How? Because it's like that. Who knows what the connector was? Because it was like
it's micro USB.
Yeah, for you it's. We lost Malengo.
Oh no.
Malengo.
You got that, but isn't it different for other phones?
Some of them.
So
some of them use micro USB. Some of them
you can't even have this is an Android dock.
Right. There's no such thing as an Android dock.
Yeah.
Unless
there's not.
So and this is one of the things, and I think that. That Open Handset or not Open Handset Alliance.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can
we
still
can hear you. We lost your video.
Lost video.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
But the one thing that I saw that came out of Google I/O was the handset manufacturers and Google and the carriers all getting together and saying, "Hey, when we come out with an update, everybody's going to get it."
Good.
And it's not going to be ridiculous.
It better.
And I'd love to see Google say, hey, we want to create a dock connector so that hardware vendors can get in on this.
Well, the problem with that is you have so many companies, and Chiller brought this up in the chat room, but you have so many companies making Android devices that the connectors aren't in the same place.
They're on the side. They're on the side, not just on the side. They could be on the bottom side, or they could be on the top side. They could be on the, the actual, like mine is directly in the middle on the bottom, but you could have one that like it's on the right side, but towards the bottom, or on the left side towards the top, like a BlackBerry.
Exactly.
And Shelly, you're absolutely right. I want to see like a Bluetooth dock. I'm sure these things exist, but the one that I saw that I was really interested in. So I have a Pioneer head unit in my car, and it has a regular iPod, an iPod cable that comes out of it.
Yeah.
And I saw something. It's a device. It's like a little square, almost like the little square credit card reader.
Mm-hmm.
Has a dock connector on it and does Bluetooth audio. And you plug that in, and it shows up on your device on your head unit as an iPod, but it's doing Bluetooth streaming. So you could still use it with an iPod Touch or a regular iPhone, but you could also do it with an Android device. I think that's where I want that. The problem is the Pioneer, you jerks, don't have the Bluetooth audio profile on my device, so I'm not buying a new one. So auxiliary input for me. Not really thrilled with that idea, but hey, that's how it goes. But this is a test for 1 month. I want to use this for a month as my daily driver. I was hoping to see if somebody would like to throw me, if anybody from AT&T is listening, would like to throw me a pre. I'm more than willing to try your AT&T devices, different OSs. I feel like I put a device through decent enough paces. So if AT&T, if there's anybody from AT&T listening right now, call me, or go to that blog that's on the bottom there. If Chachi would be kind enough, there it is.
I gotcha.
Go to my blog, or you can follow me on Twitter at AJ Koftik. You can follow me on the internets.
Oh right, you have 2 accounts.
I do.
Oh, I don't think
Just
I
make
follow.
sure the internet's on.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure the internet is on. But yeah, if you follow my public account, I talk a lot about nerdy server things and
Well,
IT
I accidentally
stuff.
Unfollowed you that one time, so
Yeah,
I have
you
to go
did.
back and figure out.
I
if
don't
it's
think
still-
I think I only follow your secret account.
Yeah.
I need to follow your other account.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that it's the device is there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Android, there's no denying that Android really works well with a lot of the different hardware levels. You get like your Cricket level phones, and hell, this is a prepaid phone.
Yeah.
And this works well. And then there's the Chachi has a small desktop in his pocket.
No, I don't.
You have a 1 point. Is that a dual core?
No.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, single core.
It's single core. It's single core.
Doesn't that have Tegra 2 on it?
No.
Maybe. Is it?
No,
No?
that might, I don't know.
I don't know. He doesn't know the specs. He just uses it. He just watches the league on the pooper and he's good.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyways,
But yeah, I cannot. This is me publicly coming out right now. I cannot bash Android.
he's coming out of the Android closet.
But I will say this, dear Android, clean up your market, you clowns. There's a bazillion apps in there that don't do anything.
But it's an open market.
hey, tell you
It's
what,
an open market,
Yeah.
and I'm waiting to get a virus.
while we're
my
on
phone.
that, and speaking of your open market, we do have an Android story we can get to on this. Did you hear about of course, with the new Android market updates, you're getting movie downloads now, kind of like the iTunes
yeah, I
thing,
saw this.
right?
Yes.
And now, but if you've help me with the terminology, if you've rooted your phone,
If you root your phone,
they will not allow you to download from that store.
right.
The
That's correct.
reason being not anything technical, although I think they say they make it sound technical in their reasoning when they don't allow you.
Right.
It's because they don't have the license on DRM to cover that. Because of course you've opened up the who knows what,
you've opened up the Whoozle What's It.
technically,
Yes.
technically I could see the iPhone doing the same thing if they were able to find out you got a jailbroken phone.
Oh, I'm sure they
That's
know
right.
that you have a jailbroken phone. They
You
just
think
don't
so?
care.
Maybe they're just like, and hopefully this doesn't. Well, of course, the movies are a different thing. So
Right.
and who knows how the licenses are for Google, which they just set up. And maybe this is something, since they just set up this license, the movie studios were like, hey, that jailbreak thing? It kind of worries about us. You're rooting things the same. Let's make sure we get this provision in here.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure
No, it
that
makes
I'm
sense.
sure that they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And if Apple, dear Apple, please allow widgets. I've realized the magic of widgets. I really have.
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah.
off them, but then I remembered that I had them on my lock screen. I had lock info on my lock screen, and I had a swipe down notification bar through lock info. By the way, follow Stimpy5050 on Twitter. He is the developer of lock info. He's a great individual, and his software for jailbroken iPhones is awesome. But yeah, I was just absolutely stunned at how awesome it is to have widgets. Just on the home screen.
I love my widgets.
Like mine, like I just have a clock that has the weather, and it's nice to just know that there's the temperature and there's the clock, and ta-da, there it is.
I'll give you that. Definitely give you that.
Speaking of,
let's talk about Apple.
yeah, let's talk a little bit.
Wait,
about
you want to talk about Apple?
Let's talk about Apple.
Let's say this: we've
What's wrong with
a lot
Apple?
about Android on the show.
This has been very Android. Yes.
This has been a lot of Android.
We've been
show.
making up for it.
Let's talk about Apple.
Wait, what did Apple
wait,
do
good,
now?
Good. Are we talking the good? Well, is it good for you, Apple, or bad
How
for you?
about-
Apple?
Not by the
How
way
about-
he's smiling.
How about Apple company heads telling Apple support people
Oh.
to
Oh,
give
yeah.
Mac users the finger?
Now, okay, now qualify this. What is going on? Of course, for Mac users,
Well-
there is a new exploit.
Well,
Which stuns me
I
because
am
of the way
glad-
that it gets in.
Okay,
I'm
now
glad you brought this up.
it's one of those things. You got on the PC. You've seen this. You've probably seen it on the Mac. You're like, oh, it's a PC thing. It doesn't matter to me because all the windows look like PC windows. But it's one of those that pops up, says, oh, you have a virus, install this, etc., and it infects your computer.
Now, Chachi,
You know, I just want to go on the record and say this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
yeah.
You
So
know,
great.
no,
Here's
wait. We
what's happening.
knew this day was coming, right, guys?
Well, hold
This
on.
makes me happy.
Time out.
Time out.
Okay.
Like I want to go outside and hug people.
Can I call time out here?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Let me call time out here. One, I love Apple a great deal.
Yes.
And I've known for a very long time that the surging popularity of the Mac would lead to this at some point.
Yes.
The funny part is, and I don't know if you guys either saw the John Gruber's Daring Fireball post about all of the analysts crying wolf for the last 7 years. Like every year, there's at least one that comes out like Mac is surging in popularity, malware is coming, blah blah blah, which is really funny. And the funniest part about this is this Mac Defender, which is the name of this malware that gets in,
Yes.
is very similar to, I don't know, Antivirus 360 and all the other piece of crap fake antivirus malware that makes my life fun and allows me to slightly get paid from time to time.
Mine too.
Thank you, PC ecosystem.
We love you, Antivirus 360, and I love you, Malware Bytes, even more.
Yes.
So, but the funniest part about Mac Defender is that you have to type in your administrative password to install the application.
That's all.
There's not it's not like it can just magically appear like it does on Windows.
Even shows up.
Even on Windows, you have to actively do something to make it install.
True.
But on this, it pops up and says, hey, we need your password to install something. It actually says that, and people type it in. Weakest link is still the user, kids. Still the user.
And now he has. We got the article up here. And there's the prompts that you get. Apparently, it says you get system is infected. You get a cleanup button, virus found, rootkit Safari, cleanup. And it gives you
and
cleanup
that is
button.
slick.
No, it
this
is.
pops up in the corner. It's not okay.
No.
It's their notification.
I would just like to go on record that yes, I get paid to remove this crap on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But the stuff is genius
Yeah.
because it copies.
It's all social engineering.
It copies your theme.
Yeah.
It looks like Windows. It's called Windows half the time,
Yeah.
and it just starts scanning.
And the
It
other
does a
fun
really
thing,
good job of looking like it's doing
Yeah.
something.
Yes, it does.
a lot of times it'll pop up and you'll see your directory structure,
Right.
which is really scary sometimes.
It shows your directory structure and stuff that you have installed on the machine.
Yes. Yes.
So
and
I would just like to say, huh? Huh? And welcome to the club.
And the fun part is, and people say, well, don't click on that stuff. A lot of times the no button's clicked is yes half the time.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yes.
I can't get rid of the window.
The other one
When I get to that point, that's when I'm like, just straight power off.
from
Yeah.
Apple's standpoint, from a support standpoint, Apple is no different from Microsoft. because I've never seen Microsoft.
That's true.
Microsoft told us how to get rid of it.
Oh, they do. No, now for consumer. Now that's for you and IT. That's for you and IT.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to call Apple,
You wouldn't be able to
or
talk to anyone.
Microsoft,
Right.
Exactly.
Because you don't pay them enough.
I've tried calling the Microsoft tech support one time, and then they hit me with the fee level.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, this isn't happening. And of course, HP, or who was I talking to? IBM, I think, was my computer at the time. And you get to a certain point with them and say, well, that's a Microsoft thing. You would have to talk to them. That nice. Well, we make the hardware, and that's really a software problem.
Yeah.
Well, that's really that might try to talk to Microsoft in the
And
first
then
place.
usually
But if you do, they'll blame the hardware manufacturer all around the circle. Whose fault is it really? You're never going to find
Also,
out.
my favorite is the typical install fix, which is to reinstall Windows, which
Yes.
is not needed.
Yes.
So then this is why people like Chachi and I exist.
Right.
Is that we get phone calls, and by the way, I only fix my family's computers. When like my friends call,
You know
I'm
what?
like, call Geek Squad. Fine, I don't care.
For enough money, I'll fix any computer.
I cannot be bothered that much because you know what happens? You do it once,
Yep.
and
And
you
they call
can't
back.
shake.
Hey, can you come over?
So I'm out.
Speaking of which,
Well, no.
Chachi.
See, I have limits.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I'll fix a computer. Number one, if they pay me, depending on who it is, because some people I will do for free. But if I tell you to pay me and you don't pay me, you just assume it's free, I won't do it again. And
Yeah,
number two, if I'm over there removing stuff that you got from looking at porn, yes, we can tell.
Yeah, we can. I like it when they're honest.
I cleaned my dad's computer one time. I'm like, Dad, there's no way you got this by accident.
My favorite was and I won't name names here, but a family friend from a very long time ago said, "Oh, I didn't know you could. Playboy isn't porn." I was like, "Yes, it is." He's like, "No, it isn't. It's just girls." I'm like, "It's porn enough." And he's like, no. I clicked on it. It said there was naked NFL cheerleaders. I was like, okay, that's porn. I don't know what you're trying to tell me here. And he refused to believe me, and I've had to fix their computer like 10 times.
Now, Chachi, I do have to share a little anecdote from earlier today. I was talking to my grandfather, who I know you're a big fan of.
Yeah, I fixed your grandpa. Well, I tried to fix your grandpa's
Your
machine
uncle's,
for
yes.
free.
Yes. So
I tried to
he
fix
insists
that.
on paying. He's
Yes.
good about that.
I tried to fix it for free.
Well,
'cause-
he was explaining his problem. I'll tell you about the whole story afterwards. But it basically, he's got an older computer, an old HP, kind of like that one sitting over there. And for us in studio. And I love that he's like, because I apparently mentioned to him, because I said, hey, we can't put Windows 7 on this. It's too old. It needs more memory. We can't update it. It's just easier for you to use the other computer because he has a newer laptop. Well, he has this something about he wants a fax. He wants to get a new printer with a fax to get that installed and be able to do it over the network, et cetera, et cetera. Basically, it come down to, well, I want Chachi to come in and basically wave his magic wand, his words, and make it work. So, Chachi, you now have a magic wand of computer fixing, according to my grandfather.
I love your grandpa.
Yes,
You
and
know this.
then I kept laughing. I kept smiling. He just say, like in the middle of description, stop laughing at me. So we have to get him on this show.
Yeah, I'm not stunned at Apple's response, but these are all rumors. I've not heard any. There's not been an official declaration from Apple. There's not been anything other than. By the way, the person who threw out this whole thing that said
what
that
is our source?
Our source on this is ZDNet Windows columnist Ed Bott.
ZDNet's still around?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So the source on this is Ed Bott, and he's citing some internal support document, which is fine. If Apple doesn't want to have their support people removing this, fine, absolutely fine. But at least say, okay, hey, Mac genius or the geniuses of the Apple Store, you can do it.
Right.
And go to your nearest Apple Store and they can remove it. And from what I've read, I've read the removal instructions. It takes like 5 seconds.
Right.
And you can shut it off fairly easily.
It's killing a process.
You kill a process and it doesn't restart itself. So it's not terribly It's not like some of the Windows crap.
Right.
Where it's got like watchdogs and stuff like that. No.
Yeah.
This is, you kill the process, you delete the app, and you take it out of your login items, and you're done.
Yes.
It's not that hard to remove.
I mean,
I'm sure that somebody could write it and get it in there good. I mean, Apple's got some labyrinth levels of system.
right.
Yeah.
They could get it in there and wedge it in there pretty good. But
Well, from a PR standpoint, though, what is the point of them even posting this, saying that you cannot show the customer how to force quit Safari?
Well, they didn't.
Can't show the customer how to remove it.
No,
like,
they didn't
why?
post it.
They didn't post this. Apple didn't do anything here.
No,
This is somebody who acquired the internal support document and said, this is what's going on. Apple hasn't come out and said a syllable about this.
Yeah, and you know why?
Because they don't
it's
want-
still new.
It's still new.
The Apple heads don't know how to handle this particular.
They're new. Yeah.
Well, I'm certain that Apple could. If Apple can handle millions of people saying that their antenna sucks on their phone, and they can handle full-blown location tracking,
When did this
I'm pretty
pop up?
sure they can handle
the other question. The other question for this is, when did this pop up?
Like a week or two ago.
Like a week or two? Okay, a week. Now they had the location thing. Everybody freaked out about it.
Yes.
It took them a week to have a measured response, which usually if there's something like the antenna thing was blown out of proportion for several weeks. Steve Jobs had to come back from his vacation in order to correct
alleviate
things.
fears.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and venture a guess that Apple has a statement out about this by Friday.
By Friday? Okay,
and
that's fair.
Have a patch by midweek next week.
Well,
I think that's
the what actually came out today was that in the next version of OS 10 they are going to patch that.
Yeah, so
And it is nice.
Again, all rumors,
Right.
Not Apple saying anything, and we all know Apple. They control their information.
they do.
Yeah. Oh, and they're good about
If
it.
their stuff leaks, it leaks because somebody somewhere along the line popped it out somewhere. But Apple doesn't let their stuff go.
No.
Their stuff comes when
This
something
is
comes from
all-
Apple, it comes from on high.
Yeah, this is all iPhone 4 crap all over again.
Right. So I'm not, me personally, not worried about it. I have a Hackintosh, and I don't care.
Yeah.
And if it does come out, I'll laugh. I'll take screenshots. I'll send them to you guys, and you guys can post them that AJ got hit with the Mac Defender, and I'll tell you how long it took me to remove it.
You're not dumb enough to get hit with the Mac Defender.
From the looks of it, doesn't take too much. So
Well, right, but
let's
there's one key element that AJ has
That
that
he knows
most of
about.
these users don't.
okay.
And that's called my brain.
It's called common sense.
Yes.
Where if your Mac is popping up a box that says we need your password to install something, and you're not installing anything, or you don't intend to, your intention is not to install anything at that time, then maybe you should stop and read what it's trying to get you to install.
Well, let's see here. Apple supposedly not saving their users, but they are coming to the aid of their developers.
Oh yeah. Well, let's go and touch on that real quick.
So Lodsys,
Lodsys,
whatever, they're clowns.
Mm-hmm.
They're patent trolls. That's all they are. They bought somebody's patent portfolio in like 2004, and they've slowly but surely been suing their way across the IT
And this is, we don't get much into it on this show because I think I am so sick of patent troll stories like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cool with us just not talking about. But this one actually, this is a nice cover and leading up to it. Explain what happened. I think it was an in-app purchasing patent these guys owned.
They own the patent to the upgrade button for in-app purchases. That's what they own the patent to.
Okay.
So they, I think it was last week, started handing out cease and desist letters like wildfire.
Well, no. It wasn't cease and desist. It was you have to here.
Oh, you owe us money.
Yeah. Hey, this is.
No, they were threatening litigation to all of these app developers that said, "Hey, you're using an in-app upgrade button. That's cool. We're gonna sue you."
It was like here's our licensing fees.
Right. Here's
for
our
you
license
to do
fee.
what you're
you
using.
Can pay them.
Pay this,
or we'll go to court.
Yes.
Either or, we're fine with either. And then a bunch of developers said, "Hey, Apple, help." And Apple took a look at this and they read it and they were like, "Oh, okay."
Now, wait. Now, before that point, now they were targeting small I think they said they were targeting like 1-2 people teams for applications.
They were not going after big companies. They weren't going after
ones they were
Zynga.
selling it for like 99 cents, $1, you know, or $2, something like that. Yeah, they're not going after Zynga. They're not going after Gameloft. They're not going after you know, Evernote or anything like that. That has the money. Definitely, they were strong arming these smaller developers and making them scared.
Right.
Because somebody like, you know, something like those bigger companies like a Zynga, they're like, yeah, lawyers take care of this and they move on or they pay it. Which, you know, anyways.
So, yeah. So it
sounds like stirring the pot.
Yeah.
So they came out and Apple sent out a letter to Lotus and also to the developers who were named in this threatened litigation. Mm-hmm. And so the letter obviously leaked out and says the technology that is targeted in your notice letters is technology that Apple is expressly licensed under the Lotus patents to offer to Apple's app makers. These licensed products and services enable Apple's app makers to communicate with end users through the use of Apple's own licensed hardware, software, APIs, memory, servers, and interfaces, including Apple's App Store. Because Apple is licensed under Lotus's patents to offer such technology to its app makers, the app makers are entitled to use this technology free from any infringement claims by Lotus. Effectively, Apple and their legal counsel told Lotus to bugger off now, you're not wanted here.
No. What happened?
Well, there's a lot of other things that I want to use, but this is a family-friendly show, Chachi.
No. What really happened was Apple's lawyers saw the letter, they chuckled to themselves, and then they called Lotus and said, yeah, go to your room. The adults are playing.
No. I said they already licensed for this exact thing to Lotus,
right? Because because this is legitimate. It's a legitimately patented thing.
Yeah.
So
this
it was
is not like a fake patent or something.
Like whoever is managing the portfolio for Lotus was like, just saw an opportunity to try to get a little bit of money.
Yeah, so they went, hey, look, we could probably nail these individual developers. If it doesn't work, we just back off.
That's why they're hitting these small guys and trying to scare them into paying them, because they won't be they won't be like, have a lawyer that'll look over the rights they signed off to as well, and see that little, hey, we kind of already have a license to you via Apple. So later.
Right, and all the app developers who got this letter called Apple and they went, aren't we licensed for you guys?
Yeah.
And Apple went, yeah, totally. And Lotus was like, oh, damn. And they walked away.
This is how I imagine it.
This is exactly how it went down.
So.
Lotus was totally sitting there going, I'm going to get this money. Oh, wait, they're smarter than that. Crap.
Oh, no, they're smarter than us.
Can we throw out other interesting companies that may not be truthful? This is one submitted by Funky Dung this week. At Funky Dung on Twitter. Thank you very much. Dropbox. We love Dropbox here.
I've got an account.
I bought an account.
You bought one. Oh,
I'm paying $10 a month. Now listen.
Oh,
I have video clients. I'm passing previews back and forth.
No.
What? What's wrong with paying for Dropbox?
Oh, no. Continue with the story, and then I'll just keep saying, oh no, here in the corner. Oh no.
Well, thankfully, I'm not doing any porn or anything. But
Oh, no.
apparently, the Dropbox claims that you're secure. It's being encrypted and everything.
Oh, no.
Is this something off air you have to explain to me, or what are you mad about?
No, I'm just saying, oh no, because I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, well,
and
anybody can basically. Let me.
It's not anyone.
Dropbox can see your files.
Dropbox.
Basically. Yeah.
Oh no. People looking for copyright infringement.
Yes.
And the government.
Oh no, not that government!
Oh, the
government gonna take all my things!
I better not.
Oh no, not the government!
But if I was worried about what's in my Dropbox, maybe I shouldn't be doing it anyways.
Right.
It's true.
Bin Laden was found on Dropbox.
Well, okay, this is my thing. Okay, I understand them misrepresenting themselves, but me using this kind of service and not expect somebody to be able to chime in like that is kind of really, if you're using the cloud.
You're
general,
delusional.
What, me?
No, not you.
Okay.
The general.
If you're putting all of your important, like I do my financial stuff on Google Documents, I understand that somebody at Google probably has the key for that door and can look at how much money I'm making. They're going to be really disappointed.
maybe you shouldn't be the Unabomber. Just saying.
If you're on the internet, I'm just saying, I'll just extend Chachi's point here.
Okay.
If you're using the internet, someone will see it.
Yes. That's all there is to it.
If you're, I'll say this, and Chachi, you could back me up on this. As an IT administrator, you got a lot of keys.
I have.
You can see
And
a
this
lot
has
of things,
been-
and I've worked.
No,
I worked for
AJ, we don't have keys. When we show up, the doors just open.
That's fair. That is fair. I'm just saying that the IT administrators, as a job, we can see everything.
And
Your
there's
files on a file server, I don't care how important they are, I have access to them. That's how that works.
Yes.
But still, they're proclaiming, this is an FTC complaint that was filed last Thursday by a security researcher. Complaint charges Dropbox with telling users their files are totally encrypted. This is according to Wired.com that Flunky Dunk sent us. Were totally encrypted, man. And even Dropbox employees could not see the contents of the file. PhD student Christopher published data last month showing that Dropbox could indeed see contents of files, putting users at risk of government searches. Rogue. They're not saying people are looking at it. They're saying they're at risk of it.
Like AJ
But
said,
I mean, come on. If you're encrypted,
if
you're going to
you're
tell
on
me
the
the government
internet-
can't
If you're
get
on the
by.
internet, somebody can see it.
Yeah.
Well, this goes back to a story that I read not very long ago about the NSA and how effectively the NSA called up all the carriers and said, "Hey, look, we'd like to kind of see everything that goes through your pipes.
right.
We're going to put in this device that's going to copy everything, and then we'll just see it." And they said, "Okay." And this guy who wrote software to basically mine all that data said, "Oh yeah, it's totally true. That actually happened. If you're using something on the internet, the government knows. They're not actively looking
Right.
at you, but if they wanted to, they could totally see it.
Right.
It's all there.
There's a big bucket with
Yeah.
everything from the internet.
There are people that there's people I listen to on the internet that how the iMac and the iBook there all have the cameras on them now. Yeah, they put a piece of tape over that just in case.
I'm sorry. No, you're just being stupid. It's
Right.
stupid and paranoid. If you do that,
you think so?
You're just being stupid. and
You're
paranoid.
not worried about the camera on all your devices.
No.
Okay.
If somebody from the government wants to see this sweet body I have, they can come.
Because we all know that you listen to the AwesomeCast in the nude.
I don't. I listen to it in my fur.
But all right, first I have to clarify something. Apparently, I was wrong in using that description or that metaphor or simile or whatever you want to call it. Apparently, the Unabomber is against technology, therefore he's a bad person to use for that.
Oh, so he actually was listening to your advice.
Right.
No, oh yeah, the Unabomber was in a shed
He
somewhere.
knows
like
that.
Montana.
He already
Dude
knows
knew.
that. Okay.
Yeah, that
So,
dude knew.
all
If you
right.
saw that guy didn't look like somebody who knew how to use a mouse. Let's just say that.
But you get my point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is one Malengo had up, and I was looking it up, and sadly, I don't think this is the case anymore. I heard this on Tech News today, and I went and I wanted to buy it.
I heard about it yesterday, and then
Yes.
I heard about the results this morning.
I was just reading about the results. Now, Malengo, you
Yeah, what's
apparently are a Lady Gaga fan.
Oh gosh, a Lady Blah Blah thing.
Lady Blah Blah fan.
God.
Come on,
Yeah.
you jammed it in the office. I know you did.
I want to.
We sat there and watched Lady Gaga videos in the office over there for like a half an hour one time.
Yeah, you better believe it. I am one of her little monsters.
I want to
As
put this out
I
there.
vomit in my mouth.
Yo, the cover of her new album looks like a really crappy Photoshop.
It does.
It's just her weird face head on a motorcycle.
I don't know if you got it over there, but I got it here, Chachi.
No, I don't have
No,
it.
here,
Yeah, go ahead,
there
put
it
that
is,
up.
right there on the iPad. Yeah, that's some
the
crazy
actual
stuff going
album
on.
cover. I'm just putting that out there.
That's kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
her
I kinda,
scary.
I kind of like the
weird-
single. It's a good jam. She was funny on the SNL this week, from what I saw.
Yo, it's
But,
really
uh,
awesome.
I heard she wasn't funny. I heard
Wasn't?
it was.
Did you not watch the finale of the? I think we just lost Malengo.
Yes, he's so angry. He
yes.
just got.
Oh,
Oh, there he is. There
No,
he is.
no,
You're
there he
back.
is,
You're
there he
back. Did you not
I-
watch what?
Did you not watch the digital short where Andy Samberg and Justin Timberlake finished off the Bleep in a Box and Mother Lover trilogy. It's called Not Gay in a Three-Way.
Yes. It's the golden rule.
The golden rule.
Yeah.
And she's in the video. She is the third piece.
Nice.
No, she is hilarious in the video.
And it's out of control funny.
I shut it off after her first performance because I just can't stand the commercials watching it live. I'll catch it on Hulu.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It was Saturday night. I was home and there was like, no, the internet is horrible at my father's place. And so I didn't have much else option.
Words?
Anyways, but we didn't get to the story yet. Yes, apparently, Born This Way, or Blanco, you want to take it here? Is he around?
I don't think he's listening anymore.
No, he's not listening.
I can barely hear you guys. It's breaking in and out.
All right.
What's up?
Tell us about the Lady Gaga story.
Oh, you mean the fact that if you buy the CD on Amazon for 99 freaking cents, it comes with that 20 gig of the Amazon cloud storage for their music thing?
For 1 year.
I
And I want to point that out because I knew a bunch of people who got suckered in quick on that.
I would have paid
They were
99
like,
cents.
no, it came out right around the same time, or Cloud Drive came out right around the same time as Wiz Khalifa's album.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, $10, whatever. I'm going to buy the album anyways. And then I saw the fine print. It was like 20 gig storage for 1 year. And I was like, I see what you did there, Amazon. I see what you did.
But technically, you should be on the Amazon service. You're buying albums. You're in that ecosystem.
Well, as we've
seen,
as we've seen since that came out, Amazon has a very difficult time holding that thing up.
That's true.
They blew it up. They blew up Foursquare and all the other sites that were single-sided.
Ruined a day for me.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw this out there. I wasn't on that show. I don't think I was on the show that Amazon EC2 was out. I was in the chat room.
You were in the chat room correcting us.
I was in the chat room correcting people.
Because we didn't understand the concept of
Elastic Cloud.
Yes.
So here's the problem is that they, people had even sites like Foursquare and I think Quora was involved with this and all these other social media sites. Because they were a really small startup, they only bought a single site. So if that site went down, so did their service. They didn't buy a dual zone site. And then yesterday, Lady Gaga's album came out for 99 cents on the Amazon web store. And then people said, oh, hey, did you know that you can get it for 99 cents? Oh, that's cool. I'm going to tell my friends. Did you know you guys could get this shit for 99 cents? Yeah, cool. Did you know you can get this for 99 cents? And took down Amazon. Exploded Amazon's face.
Well, it doesn't help that, she has 1 million followers on freaking Facebook or on Twitter.
Everything. 10 million.
Yeah.
10 million followers on Twitter. She's probably got a bazillion followers on Facebook. Yeah, look, Lady Gaga is the biggest star in the world. THE world.
You can't deny that right now.
And so
apparently you just swore.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Apparently you
did.
Yeah, you dropped
did you see this thing? I think I caught myself mid. I whispered, by the way.
You're doing the whisper thing, so the kids won't hear it.
Yeah, somebody hit the dump button right now. It's at 7 seconds.
I had to let you know because
Stop
doing that. We're trying to get sponsors.
I didn't catch that either.
We're trying to get sponsors over here. Knock that off. See, I bleep myself.
Anyways.
Also, I bleeped myself earlier with the
I know. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Anyways.
So,
Lady Gaga ate Amazon alive yesterday.
Two last Microsoft stories, and I think we'll head out of here. They kind of go together. Now, WrestleFan. I've been talking to a WrestleFan from over Wrestle Mayhem show, Eamon down there in Corpus Christi. Wow, I said it right.
You did.
Wow.
Corpus Christi.
Well, anyways, he's been deciphering between a Mac and a PC, and I've been kind of helping him out. You know where I'm going with that. Say it right. Thank you. In the chat room.
Yeah.
But apparently his mom has been trying to get him to get a PC. And it was like
the way I picture this, all right, is he's on the internet typing.
Mm-hmm.
On one shoulder, there's you holding an apple.
Hold my iPad up like
on
this.
The other side, there's me.
Yes.
Waving a giant Microsoft.
Oh, he's been talking to you too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So there's us.
That's awesome. We should just sit there and have a debate with him in the middle on a webcast, and we'll just do that. Anyways, It's okay, we're over the typing. But no, his mom was all like, "Hey, you can get for like $6.99, $7.99, you can get a Dell laptop and an Xbox." And it was like his mom was like, "Get the cheaper one, and you'll get an Xbox."
But you don't get a good Xbox. You get
don't?
one with 4 gigs
you'll
of
get
storage.
a shitty Xbox.
Whoa,
That's starting to piss me off.
Oh,
that's all right. Oh, it's all right.
with the
Skype got him. So he's so angry. Okay, so but you still get an Xbox. You gonna buy a hard drive. You got a free Xbox.
Buy a hard drive.
Okay, it's in our $150 to buy a hard drive. Or
no,
whatever.
you can get it for like 50 on
Is
eBay.
it?
Yeah, don't play around.
Okay.
I bought mine
What are
for
you
50.
talking about? I can get a 100 or 60 gig hard drive on Craigslist for $20.
No. The special
you have to get
Xbox
the
one.
Xbox.
no,
one.
the
Okay,
special-
50 or
okay.
60,
Yep.
whatever. Fine. You could get them cheaply enough that
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
So
But yeah, this is
essentially,
Microsoft's thing.
You're paying what, $60 for a hard drive.
But I'm trying to remember. There was something else. There was the Xbox. The Xbox was crappy, and then there was something about the laptops that wasn't very good either.
I thought
were,
it's just
really
any
old.
laptop that has Windows 7.
No, it's
Windows
there's
7 from
ones.
certain. Hold on, let me pull up the article here.
There was something about the laptops that was like they weren't very good either. So it's just like we're trying to move some crappy units, and we're gonna throw in some crappy Xboxes too to move those units too. And it was it. It was like a combo deal just to move.
Well, they
crap.
said online ordering will require an EDU email address because this is a school thing.
Right.
Which even attendees of School of Life know how to procure. So you can get an EDU pretty easily.
Yeah. Well, this is Microsoft's answer to the the back to school promotion that Apple does every year, where they give you a free iPod with the purchase of like a Mac laptop or something like that. But you pay more and you get less. So I did it. I'm not gonna lie, I totally did it. I bought a PowerBook G4 like back in the day.
Yeah.
And I got like a free 30 gig iPod with it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I knew I was going to buy a Mac. I purposely saved up money to buy a Mac.
Yeah, it's last year's model, and they're going to come out with one in like 2 weeks. But you know,
but you can still cop an iPod Touch.
Yeah,
Like
that's
at
still
one
like
point
I
it
just
was
got
like an 8 gig iPod Touch and
I need a laptop
and a
anyways.
cheap MacBook.
Right.
I
Why
mean,
not?
You're buying.
That's
it
it,
anyhow.
WrestleFan. You need to wait till the fall, or you're
Oh,
closer
no, it's
to
on right
school.
now.
Is it on right now?
Back to school's up already.
Yeah. Throw that at your mom. Be like,
Yeah.
well, sure, I get an iPod. What's
Yo,
up?
I can get that iPod.
What's up,
And-
mom?
and
What's
since-
up, Wrestle Mom?
Since we're talking about
WrestleMania
Microsoft,
2000.
Wrestle Mom,
I would just like to.
1974.
I would like to address my friends at Sony.
Yes.
Sony, recently you've done some things. You've done some things recently.
You've done them incredibly poorly.
You're doing it wrong,
No,
and
but
Microsoft is showing you how to do it correctly.
no,
That's right.
But from your eyes, they're doing it right.
Oh, you're right. I mean, they're right on par for where I expected them to go.
Yep.
But Sony, Microsoft is showing you how to do this.
I'll show you how to do this, son.
Some Xbox 360s
Sorry.
won't read discs.
Mm.
Microsoft is replacing the Xbox
Now-
360s and giving them a year of Xbox Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
A service that you pay for
this is interesting. Now, this is interesting though.
and that everyone wants.
It's not just like, okay, my thing stopped reading discs. Apparently, this was an error that came up with the recent dashboard update, the system update. And something came up, and certain models won't read the discs on certain discs. It's narrowed down. So, some people are getting the emails, even if they're not seeing the problem. If they're seeing the problem, they can go to a link on Xbox Live and report it. Or actually, just go to support@xboxlive.com. You're very familiar with it if you're like me and have had 2 red rings.
Yeah, that was. I had
And
that too.
you know what? For all the problems that Microsoft's had, they have the red ring problem, which obviously was a manufacturing poor decision.
Cold
We
solders.
we cannot get into how bad of a decision that was and how much money it cost them in the end, but that was a calculated risk, and they they got the wrong end of it, basically.
Right.
Which is, this happens all the time, of course. Antenna issue, iPhone 4. But they did, how long did they extend the warranty? To 3 years?
Something like that.
Okay,
I
that.
bought mine used.
Yes.
It red ringed.
Yes.
I sent it back. Well,
Yes.
I called Microsoft, and I said, "Hey, I got the red ring problem, and I bought mine used," and they went, "That's cool. We'll send you a box."
Yeah,
I'm like,
and that's fine.
What?
And
Right.
now, and I'm past the 3 years myself. I have an Xbox Elite, and I had to pay $100 for them to fix it again, which I wasn't happy I had to fix it again, but still they dealt with it. Biju's in here. You can hear the chain. She ran away, or I get it on.
Bijou?
People have requested we get Biju here on the show, but she just ran away.
So here's my question to all this, right?
Yes.
Clearly, Microsoft is doing the right thing here. And, clearly in the midst of PlayStation or Sony just destroying itself and Microsoft taking full advantage of the situation when the opportunity is presented, what can freaking PlayStation do?
Well, they're going to do what they've always done, because I was coming to a point on that. We see how Microsoft's handled, and it's been rough, but they've handled it to some regard, right? Versus, and in contrast to what we're talking about with viruses and other issues with support for your Windows system, of course, but there's a different division. Versus Sony has a history of this. Sony, the original PlayStation had a heating problem. You remember that? You had to turn your PlayStation on the side?
Yes.
At certain points because it would overheat, lock up. I don't think they ever admitted to it. The PlayStation 2, I think, had a disc read problem with the lens. Like, it was a faulty lens problem.
Yeah, the Xbox 360 has this problem with overheating as well. So I have I have an entertainment center. So whenever I play, I have to open the door to it so that it gets air circulation. If I don't, it will red ring.
I would just like to point out that I may not like Sony. I'm still going to take advantage of them plummeting. No, their stock is going down right now.
Okay.
All these people are going out and they're selling their PS3s, which means the used PS3 market is going to be flooded, which means they're going to be cheap, which means I'm still going to go buy one.
Wait, do you actually have proof that people are going out and selling their PS3s?
Check Craigslist, sir.
Yeah, well, you were talking about before. We were talking about last week about
Yeah.
how the PlayStations are you said $50 at GameStop?
No, Will said $50 on
Okay.
GameStop.
Did you ever check?
I found them on Craigslist for $100.
So you can cop an $800 system
That's right.
for $100.
That's right.
All
I'm
you
going
have
to
do is
I'm
wait
going to look
for
up
it.
GameStop now, see if they've come down.
By the way, going real quick, going back to this
Yeah,
whole
sorry.
back to school thing with the Mac. Supposedly, the 11-inch MacBook Air not included. Oh, I was sad too
Yeah.
because that would have been knock 50. Well, they only knock $50 off of the education discount, anyways. So it's not like you're getting a huge discount.
No,
But
they're
like
always
$50 off that and a free iPod.
You know what?
Yes,
it's
please.
already it's
Yeah.
always stingy with hardware because the markup's not that much.
On their lower end stuff.
PlayStation 3's Slims going for roughly $200.
How much are they new? 3?
I think 3, yeah.
Are they 3 now?
There's one 120 gig plus games going for $400.
Ooh.
I don't think the market's that flooded yet.
Yeah.
Trust me, it'll get there.
But no,
It's
the
Sony.
secondary though. The secondary, I bet.
Listen,
I bet if you go down the exchange here in town,
Right.
if you go to something that doesn't have, because GameStop's always bad with prices because they have a
Right.
system. It's nationwide. It doesn't matter the condition. If it has a box, it's still the same price. You go to something like the exchange down here in Pittsburgh that actually gives a conditional price on it and does have their stuff on consignment anyways. You're going to see a difference, I think. If they're not selling Sonys because of this whole bad news, they're going to sell for less. They're going to drop that price and kick it out the door.
Right.
And that's where you need to go on Craigslist, like you said. If somebody's
Right,
like,
I
I don't want this
guarantee you-
crap anymore. They just stole my credit cards. You want to take the chance? Give
Listen,
me $50.
I get paid Tuesday.
It's going to.
All right.
You getting one?
I get
You know
paid
what?
Tuesday. I guarantee you that I pay less than $150 for a PlayStation 3.
Talk
Oh,
that
man.
crap. Talk that crap to this whole internet thing we got going on.
I will. I will be back next Tuesday. Hopefully, depending on how much time I have.
So,
But all right.
On that note, guys, it's been great. It's been great to get geeky with you guys. I like that. It should be get geeky with the AwesomeCast. Blango. Malengo, anything you want to plug going out the door here? You're like crawling off the camera as we go here.
As the show goes on, he keeps moving.
Yeah, just like during the Wrestling Mayhem show, you sink into the couch. He just goes off to the side.
Wait, can you see me on the camera?
Barely.
Yes.
Barely.
That is awesome. Hi. Hey. That's a little scary because I don't know that I'm on camera.
Well, okay. Maybe you do need to put that.
My pants are still on, or are they?
Maybe
I can't tell. All right,
we have.
what am I plugging? I just keep going to Mangtoons or my blog, and hopefully something will be there at some point. I am working on stuff though, so yes. Or follow me on Twitter at Mangtoons because that's where I do like everything.
Yes,
now.
he's got. Well, your Bishack stuff's coming along, right? So you're asking about Comcast Internet.
Oh yeah, right now I'm a little ticked off at Comcast.
What happened?
I don't know. It's like everything has been going slow for at least like 2 months now, and I just did a speed test. My upload speeds are fine. Download speeds are crap.
Do you have an Apple Time Machine or Apple Airport Wireless thing?
A what?
Do you have a
I don't think
wireless?
he does.
Do you have your wireless access point from Apple?
All he's got is an iPhone.
No. I'm doing the check on an iPhone.
Oh, okay. Because that happened to me.
Yeah.
And my
I started pulling.
yeah, whenever I did the update
Wait,
for the.
are you still testing backup software?
Well, no, I am doing a backup thing, but I definitely have that off. Like, I turned it off because I knew I'd be doing this. But, I mean, like, right now, there's nothing. Like, videos coming in like crap. And, yeah, it's fun.
Isn't there, on your router, hey, we'll tech support with you later.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyways, but hey, yeah, go up Mangtoons.com. He's doing stuff. And you had just a few weeks ago, we had a Toonseum video up on SorgatronMedia.com for the superheroes, origins, and icons. Did I get all the buzzwords in there?
Yep.
So,
check that out.
Excellent. And AJ, are you still eating?
Yes, I'm still eating, as can be noted by my punch. Yesterday was London broil.
Nice.
Which is a delicious meat, and hopefully we'll have something coming from that soon. But yeah, it's I'm still eating and I'm still talking nerd things on the internet. So follow me on Twitter at
AJ Kuftik.
And for those of you on video, you just saw me do a little @thing. Yeah.
There he is. Chachi, you are the host of the wonderful Unsung episode 2 just came out.
I am.
Over at PittsburghOnVideo.org.
That's right. I like episode 2 more than I like episode
Everybody
1.
likes episode 2. It's got superheroes. It's got Mikey and Big Bob in their underwear.
Oh, that has nothing to do with it.
Well, that's a plus about it.
I look like less of a tool in episode 2.
Well, episode 1 also had Queen Amidala, and nobody liked her. So
That's true.
Everybody makes that mistake. I know.
I don't know why Queen Amidala was working for nonprofit.
No, you know what? I'm feeling good
about.
about it. It feels like we've got it under our feet. We know what we're doing with it.
Right.
The wonderful people at Pittsburgh Foundation are behind us on it. It was a really fun episode. I like how we had so much superhero stuff going on. The next one's gonna have a flash mob. Dancing on the streets. And we got some more fun stuff coming up with that. So please go to PittsburghOnVideo.org. Go watch it. The more people that watch it means hopefully the more of them that we do.
Right.
So because we do have a contract of sorts with them, and
yes, we have a conditional offer.
yes.
So
Yay.
you have to watch the videos or
Yes.
they will stop.
Featuring Malengo did the fantastic intro for that. Our friend at BasicSickness.com did the we kind of hyped his track for that with permission.
Yes.
So go check that out, PittsburghOnVideo.org, and
Yes,
of course,
watch it or
check
it'll
out.
go away.
I blogged a couple weeks ago, and I will hopefully now that all the craziness is done over the last few days, and some of you know what that's about. Hopefully you'll have some stuff from me. I've been having some fun talking about stuff going on down at the cafe, testing with Square. Hey, new stuff from Square.
Did you see the Square Register?
Square Register and stuff. We're already using Square as a register. I don't understand what the new stuff is. I have to look more in the details. But go SquareUp.com. They have some new stuff going on there. We linked some stuff out, I think on my account, or I might have retweeted on AwesomeCast. I can't remember. And hey, follow AwesomeCast, please. Email us. Tweet us. We mark the stuff, and like we talked the Funky Dunks thing here, or if you comment on the blog, awesomecast.com under the episode, sorgatronmedia.com for everything we do. What's our number? It's 72425ACAST. That's 724-252-2278. Contact at awesomecast.com. Rotary phone.
Rotary.
Yes.
By the way, you can do what I do, and I just tweet at these guys while I listen to it.
Yeah.
That's great. You like
No,
you
you know
like
what?
live
I love
tweet
that.
listening. Yeah, like
I love that.
Wednesday. I know exactly which show he's on
Yes.
and at what point because he's asking us questions on it.
Yes.
Or I'm
that.
correcting.
I think Funky Dung does that. Do that, please. Hash it. Hash it. AwesomeCast. You know,
Yeah, hash it like AC. Actually, hash it. What episode are we on? 52?
AC 52
Yeah,
for
hash
us.
it AC
I think that's
52.
fun because that's something we can bring up at the end of the week. I know Hutch does this with BurgersEyeView.com, where he goes through the tweets and goes through the comments as people are listening. And I'd love to do the same thing with this. If we can track it, you know, they say hashtag AwesomeCast, hashtag AC and the episode number you're listening to, and we'll follow along with that. And we'll get your comments in here any way we can.
Maybe we can throw a little segment at the beginning, like, "Hey, a response to something from last week."
Yeah,
Right,
definitely.
Get the listeners involved.
It's a great conversation each week.
It is. It
I mean,
is.
It is.
It is. So thanks, guys. Thanks, AJ, Malengo, Chachi. You've been an awesome chat room. There's a lot of stuff going on there we've been kind of responding to, and it's great to see that every week and growing every week. So this has been the Awesome Cast. You guys have an awesome week out there.
So I said I'ma crush it. Call me the golden boy.
We bring you the news and events from our area nonprofits and also the good things that you do to make our community a better place to live. You can find more episodes and our Unsung Uncut series on pittsburghonvideo.org.
It's just Liquid Tuesday.
Yeah, it is.
Excuse me.
Okay.
That's just soda.
Let's go.
All right, let's do this.
All right, starting off in 5, 4,